The trailer begins with one of Beerus's alarm clocks exploding and then cuts to a scene that also appears in episode 2 of the anime, when the god of destruction goes to planet Magina, those aliens who look like cavemen. Even though the scenes are the same, the color of the explosion is different. Next, we see King Kai's planet, and it immediately cuts to scenes from episode 5. Based on the moment, it is probably when Goku goes Super Saiyan 3. The close-up shot of Beerus's face happens in episode 6, when he comes face to face with Vegeta at Bulma's birthday party. Notice that the color palette in the remake version is darker, with more shadows. Beerus's expression is more intimidating, which makes sense for the moment. In the next scene, we see planet Earth, which is similar to what appears in episode 6, but here it has been completely redesigned. The following frame is very interesting because it reinforces what the executive producer said about the redesign. This Beerus scene happens in episode 14, when he flicks Goku with his finger and sends him falling toward Earth. You can see that the line work is much more consistent, along with the lighting and shading. Even the destroyer's color tone has changed. Now we see a scene from episode 5, which is Goku's first meeting with Beerus on King Kai's planet. You can tell this scene is new and feels much more intimidating compared to the original. It is that moment when Beerus approaches Goku to ask if he was really the one who defeated Frieza. Notice that Goku's outfit remains the same as in the anime. I know many people prefer the standard outfit from the movie, but I believe they kept this one as a tribute to Akira Toriyama, who dressed this way. And since the remake aims to bring back more of the creator's ideas, it makes sense to keep it. The next close-up eye shots are similar to what we saw in episodes 12, 6, and 8. There are no major changes, only adjustments to colors and shadows. Now we get to the part of the trailer that caught my attention the most. Most of the next scenes originally happened in episode 14 of the anime, and the changes are very noticeable. Starting with this frame of Goku rushing in to attack Beerus. In the anime, this is when the Saiyan escapes one of the destroyer's attacks and charges back at him. And honestly, every frame of this scene in the old version looks depressing. The closer Goku gets, the worse it looks. In the remake version, things change completely. The line work is different, the color palette changes, and even the color of the ocean is different. The Super Saiyan aura loses that exaggerated glow, putting more focus on the character, which fits the enhanced version they are promoting. And look, the punch here feels far more impactful than in the previous version. You can tell this new project is not just a remaster, and not just a remake either. It is actually a mix of both. There are moments that are clearly repainted, like the Vegeta scenes, and others that were fully redrawn, both in close-ups and reaction shots. The wide shot of the finger flick barely changes compared to the original, aside from the new lighting. Now this scene where Goku is trapped inside Beerus's attack, my friend, it was completely modified. Here, even though Goku is covered by a huge mass of energy, his face and expression are still visible. And the color of Beerus's attack was also changed, making it look more like Hakai. This frame of Beerus looks so good, it could be wallpaper material. Unlike the previous version where they used a white background, here we have a great example of something that was truly redesigned. In the next scene, besides improving the line work and colors, they also added a Gaussian blur effect on Goku, keeping the focus on Beerus, something the previous version did not handle with this level of care. Another moment that was completely redone is the Kamehameha. It is not just a redesign, but also a new camera angle for both Goku and Beerus. The impact shots and aura coloring also gained more density. The fight choreography remains the same, but they added effects that did not exist before. They also changed the color of Beerus's attack to better distinguish it from Goku's attack. The scene where Beerus multiplies himself, despite looking similar to the original, is clearly newly drawn. The explosion effects and coloring were also changed. During the punch sequence, or when Goku tries to stop the sphere of destruction, the color of Beerus's power and the Super Saiyan fight scenes were completely redrawn. The scene with Vegeta, Piccolo, and Gohan only received lighting adjustments and darker line work, nothing too different from the original version. Now, one scene they added that honestly was not necessary is this one. Remember it? Guys, this is from episode 8, when Beerus chooses Oolong for a game of rock, paper, scissors. It makes no sense to include this, considering that according to leaks, there will only be 6 episodes. This feels like a huge waste of time. In the original anime, half the episode is just this kind of goofy comedy. I hope they do not repeat that in the remake. The Super Saiyan God scene is the same one from episode 11. From the front, it looks the same, but there are significant changes in the outfit, musculature, face shape, and eyes. In other words, this part was genuinely redrawn. And the trailer ends with this Kamehameha that, despite following the original sequence, has new angles, colors, and redesigned artwork, but the base animation is still the same.